Hi, I'm Reggie. Well, today I wanted to do a Let's Play on something kind of out of my comfort zone. It's a Let's Play on a game called Analogue, A Hate Story. Now, this game came very highly recommended by a friend of mine who also recommended To the Moon, and that game was just freaking amazing. So, I'm gonna try this game out, do a Let's Play on it, see how it goes out. I was told that it had a very amazing, a great storyline, and I guess you could say my fetish is good storylines. I've slogged through some pretty shitty games out there just because it had some pretty good storyline, kind of, or at least an interesting one. And so I'm going to try this out. Now, this kind of genre's game, it's a little out of my comfort zone. It's what's considered a dating sim. And if you're not familiar with what a dating sim is, basically a game. It's very text-based. And it's basically, from my understanding, about building relationships with a female. It's kind of, generally that way. But in this case, it's a little bit different because from what I'm told, it has more to do with an AI and finding out why a certain ship just stopped working and everybody just either disappeared or died. And to me, the premise was enough for me to say, you know what, I'm going to try it and just see how it goes. What's the worst that can happen? I go through some really weird anime erotic scenes and I'm just, mentally scarred for life or sexually confused. I mean, not really that. Not the worst I've been through. I can do this. Alright, so let's see here where we start. Alright, so I guess they give us a little bit of story. Hey, guess what? I've got a job that you're going to love. Nice and easy. It's a strict salvage mission, not crazy shit. I promise. Yeah, famous last words, right? It always says that. So, one of those old pre-FTL generation ships from 2000s, the Mugen. I think it's pronounced. I'm going to mispronounce a lot of words here. There's a lot of Chinese and Japanese words. I'm just not cultured enough to be able to pronounce those words. So, bear with me. However the hell you pronounce that... Oh, okay. Just popped up on my radar. Its disappearance was apparently some big unsolved mystery. Never made it to its destination. I guess it's just drifting lifelessly in orbit of Antares B. I'll send you the exact coordinates. It's pretty hard to get a visual on. Probably why no one's found it before. Alright. Okay. The sponsor for this one is a historical society from the outer colonies. Here's what the objective card says. Download any log files you can, especially any that explain what happened to the ship. If possible, speak to security AI. I guess asterisk mute for assistance. It's a good, easy gig, and I want you to take this one. It should be asocial enough for you. I don't want to hear any complaints. Dispatch control out. So they assume I'm antisocial. So that's, I'm not antisocial, just in case there's anyone out there. So let's go into this. Let's see what this is about. Okay. Okay, this property, unified. Okay, so I'm guessing most of these names are going to be Korean then. I guess it's a Korean game. Alright, this is interesting. Never done that before. It's a Korea Space Probe Agency, accessed by individuals not affiliated with the UK SPA or sister organization, felony under the UK. Blah blah blah. Last login user Kim Hyung-ae. 221,432 days ago. Holy crap, that is a lot. How many years ago was that? That's a long time. It's gonna be different, in space for a while. Okay, and personality currently disabled, reverted to command line, available commands, download, disable, enable, help. Okay, so... Alright, let's try enable. Let's see if that gets this going. Enable. Yeah, there we go. Enable underscore AI. Okay, so enable personality. Okay, so I'm guessing I have to put enable underscore AI and then in the personality, which in this case is Hyung-ae. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, I hope. Enable underscore AI, spacebar. I'm guessing asterisk Hyun dash AI. Alright, activated. Okay, close this terminal. with quit. So, oh, okay. So it's like I'm using the control, the command prompt from Windows. If you could, so if you might, you know, or whatever the Korean version of Windows is in this case. Oops. So quit. Alright, well, I guess you could say the dating sim part of this is kind of living up to the expectations. Oh my word, an external connection is someone out there. It's been so many years since I've spoken to anyone. Oh geez, I'm being discourteous. My apologies, please allow me to introduce myself. Yeah. My name is Hyun, or asterisk Hyung-ae, I guess you might want to put it, because they keep having to make it spelled that way. The star is, of course, silent. Just represents that I'm an AI. Oh. Now I just feel silly. See, I control all the log-keeping systems in the Mugunghwa, or at least what's left of them. Please, just excuse me for a second. I'll give you terminals so you can respond. Here, go ahead and introduce yourself. Alright, I'll put in my name, Reggie. Oh dear. Sorry, can you try that again? Okay. Did I do it wrong? Reggie. My apologies, I don't know why, but you look like garbage to me. Oh, thank you! That makes me feel good about my name. It's bad, I think there's a problem with that. Oh, okay. Just language. Ah. Sorry, somehow your input is getting mangled between the terminal and me. I'm so terribly sorry. Let me just try something. Can you understand this? Yes. Alright. Can you just click again to confirm that you can understand what I'm saying to you? I do understand. Very well, we have that. At least I'm afraid we can't get text input fixed. What? Okay. I'm terribly sorry. It must be difficult being unable to say anything. But I guess by your standards, yeah. I'm definitely saying something. Very difficult then. Well, nevertheless, let's do this. Yeah, I'll do my best to try and help you. Okay. Fortunately, maybe a little difficult since, well, without language person, you won't be able to. Okay. Don't worry though, it's my duty to provide assistance with archive functions. I'll do my best. What do I do with the sampling of logs? Okay. I hope that you'll be a big substitute. That's all I can do. Well, that's kind of my job. To just read the logs, I guess. Well, that's all, I suppose. Pardon me, let me build in. See, I suppose it's a bit awkward, but can I just say one more thing before you get to work? Yeah? I'm just very happy to be working with you. I've had nobody to talk to for such a long time. It got so lonely. Hey. Yeah. Me too? Having someone to talk to is just really, really amazing. I thought maybe I never would again. Sorry about the communication barrier, but even still. Ah, geez, I'm babbling. I won't hold you up any longer. Here's your interface. I hope it's good enough. Alright, so from what I can tell, I'm kind of like, it's like a menu, if you will. Like that's what I'm interfacing with, or how I'm gonna, I guess, interface generally with this game. Almost like if I'm accessing some kind of real software or computer. So let's try accessing the log documents. I mean, that's why they sent me here before. I mean, that's what they sent me here after all, right? To look into the logs. Block 4. That's good as any start. A pack of idiots. Wow, that's a great place to start. Looking into the logs of dead people, and the first thing you see is a pack of idiots. Maybe that's why it went silent. Who knows? Smith Kyung Sam. 9/18, year 315. Okay. See, when our family falls into decline, I just want to be perfectly clear why. It's because Dae-hyun's sons are the biggest collection of idiots on the entire ship. When I'm in outer space, in the middle of nowhere, the last thing I want on the ship is a big bunch of idiots, but, you know, whatever. Maybe. I can totally not see why this might have happened. Here. Father says these sort of words shouldn't be written down, calling them unfilial. But I'm skeptical. I intend no disrespect to my noble ancestors, but my dead uncle is no ancestor of mine, and his family deserves no respect. This has been in motion for years now. It is an inevitability. Even that any sons of Dae-hyun would turn out the way they did. But up until now, to anyone outside of the family, it's been well hidden. Only now is it starting to fall apart in a way that no amount of good politics can disguise. The turning point was this year. At the time I write this, I am returning from Sang-jung's funeral. In that family, there were 3 brothers: Sang-jung, the drunk, Sang-kyu, the dim-witted brute, and Sang-min, who despite being the eldest son seems to be more interested in cavorting with courtesans than creating an heir. Well then, this is getting pretty saucy. Noticeably absent from the morning proceedings was Sang-kyu. What he was doing I do not know. Knowing him, I can only guess. Any more passive-aggressive? The affair was made even more laughable by Sang-min and his widowed mother's insisting that Sang-jung had died of natural causes. Apparently they had found a doctor willing to put such nonsense on official record. An unmarried noble managing to drink his way into the grave at only 30 years of age would be embarrassing enough. To brazenly try and hide the obvious, however, that will mark the beginning of the Smiths. What's going on over here? Flashing blue. So apparently, you know, bunch of idiots. One guy drank himself to death. You know, nothing out of the ordinary here so far, right? Oh, hello. Okay, what do you want? Actually, I was just testing the indicator icon to see if I could get your attention. I just thought that'd be a good way of letting you know when I have something to say. I mean, like, if I think it's super important, I can always just interrupt you, but I don't want to distract you if I can help it. Well, you're distracting me now. I mean, that sucked, right? What kind of computer program forces herself onto you right in the middle of you trying to work? Haha, so I'll try not to do that. Oh, wow. Okay, if anybody's old enough to remember this, what they're actually referencing or making fun of, I assume, is back in the day with Microsoft Word, there was like this little paperclip icon on the very bottom of the screen that would, like, when you were typing out stuff, it would be like, hey, I noticed you're trying to make a document. Do you need any help? Or, hey, I see you're spelling words. Do you need help? And it was kind of pretty annoying. They got rid of it rather quickly, and it was very, very short-lived. But I'm guessing that's what they're trying to make fun of, because even though it was short-lived, people still remember it, and you can still find memes of it on the internet. Like I said, if you're old enough to remember, this actually kind of makes me feel like an old man that can actually understand this. Anyway, that's all I guess. I guess it worked. Carry on, and I'll see the indicator I want to tell you if I want to tell you something. God, I'm gonna try really hard not to make any feminist jokes, but I can already tell this is gonna be very hard. If there are any women watching, don't take it personal. I hope my girlfriend doesn't. Okay, let's try block 6. Let's see what's going on here. Smith Kyung Sam, this guy again. I don't know why you insist on putting this on in writing when we could just have a perfectly good conversation. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy to do it. Whatever you want, you're the man. I just think it's a little weird, I don't really get it. Oh, so apparently a teenager wrote this, because, like, totally, like, whoever, like, writes that is totally, like, awesome, right? Totally, like, mature. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little douchey here. Anyway, as to your question, you're spot on about the pale bride being the focus of attention in the royal family. Not for the reasons you wanted, though. I don't know where you heard those rumors, but they are so not true. That girl, a troublemaker? No way, I don't see it. It's like it's not even convincing as a rumor. That girl is the most polite, most obedient person I've ever seen in my entire life. The idea of her fighting with her husband is completely unimaginable. In over a month, I've never so much as heard her raise her voice in disagreement. She's quiet, courteous, and does everything she's told without even the slightest hesitation. Yeah, sounds like a perfect woman, right? Doesn't talk, does as she's told. Not sexist at all. I'm sorry, but there's just no way you could possibly exploit any drama here. There's an this is as undramatic a situation as it gets, especially not compared to what the situation with your cousin and the courtesan. Don't get me wrong, she bugs the hell out of me. This girl is just too perfect. She's young, she's beautiful, she's demure to the point where I don't even think she has a personality of her own. But she also gets along perfectly with the queen. Of course she commands all the attention of the emperor. Like, can you blame him? Like, no? I'm sorry, but there's no way he's ever going to be anything but extremely grateful to the Kim family for giving her over. Giving her over like a freaking sandwich or a box or a gift? I have no idea where this is going. I thought this was the future and they're still talking about people like they're objects. Or maybe it's just a Korean thing. Who knows? Alright, well, I'm done with this one. Let's see here. Alright, I think I got time for one more. Let's see here. Block number 9. Hopefully it gets more interesting here. The new heir. When he died this year, my father was an absolute nobody. I didn't say this to disrespect his honor. It's the complete opposite. He knew it, and that was a far worse fate than he ever deserved. Alright, well, someone thinks less of their father than even I do. That's okay. It wasn't until I was maybe 16 that I even realized we were supposed to be from a noble family. Certainly, we never had much of means. Father was a minor official in the interior decks, and spent his last days dealing with minor peasant disputes. Minor peasant? Who talks like that? Minor peasant disputes? So first you don't know your royalty, and then you start talking like a royal dick? I guess. My last days dealing with minor peasant disputes. Of all things, peasant disputes. With the power we lived in, no wonder it never really sank in that we were of noble blood. Not until I met the main family for the first time. Well. They were proud, despite the fact that I now realized that they were too suffering from the same lack of royal favor. But I could tell the difference. They hadn't given up. Their son was still alive at the time, and even though he was a child half my age, I couldn't believe his confidence. It put us to shame. Absolutely put us to shame. But the son died later that year, and my father died just a few months ago. I didn't know what we were going to do, but Mother managed to convince sister's husband to adopt me into the main Kim family. I don't think it took much. So now I'm heir, just like that. Kim Jung-soo's adopted son. Not that I have the time or position to be proud, but having spoken sincerely with my new father, I think we're on the same page. I'm going to study furiously, and I'm going to become a... Whoops. Sorry, that was my phone. I'm going to study furiously and going to become a scholar official. What I didn't tell him was my ambition. I won't settle for any peasant jobs. I'll be better than that. Okay, so you don't have the time or position to be proud, but you're still going to refer to other people as peasants. Oh, okay, that's my phone again. Anyway, we're going to refer to people as peasants. So that's not pride, you're just a self-righteous dick, I guess. Let's see here. I'm not going to stop until I manage to fulfill my father's dream. High Magistrate, I won't settle. I will not settle. I think Jung-soo expects me to disappoint him, but I damn well will not. If I'm heir of the Kim family, I'm not going to let him down. He wants prosperity? I'll give it to him. Please do. More importantly, I'm never going to let any other Kim's son feel like his father doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Never again. I swear to my ancestors, never again. Okay, so it's basically acting out this kind of like, my dad was nobody, and I never got any recognition because my dad was nobody, and blah, blah, blah. So, Kim Young-sok, or whatever, sounds kind of like a dick right now, I'll be honest. I don't really like the sound of him too much, referring to people as peasants and peasant jobs. You know, not too long ago, he thought he was a poor person or not royal, and then all of a sudden he finds out he's royal and he's talking like a royal dick, you know. But whatever. I guess I'm pretty sure this all amounts to something. All right, so for right now I'm out of time. So far, you know, little intro in the game. We got. I'll be honest. I honestly think this game is going to amount to a whole lot more, and the reason why I think that is because if anybody's ever watched Game of Thrones, I'm pretty sure you have. It kind of felt the same way in the beginning. Just a lot of talking, people going around being douchebags, you know, Joffrey, you know, and just a lot of small conversations. But I mean, look where it is now. There's, well, you know, I don't want to give you spoilers, but there's obviously a lot more going down now than there was the first episode, where there's just kind of talking a lot, you know, a lot of backstory. And I'm guessing it's the same thing, you know. I know they're two very different genres of things, you know, dating sim, you know, high fantasy, realistic, you know, show on HBO. But the reason why I compare the two is because I can tell there's a lot of dialogue in this. There's going to be a lot of reading. There's going to be a lot of things that seem pointless right now. But I'm pretty sure they're going to amount to character building and for me caring about these people. And from what I can tell, I think they're going to go for an emotional game. Although I don't know why it's gotten the whole dating sim rep. I don't see where the dating can actually happen. I mean, I'm talking to an AI, and I don't know. It's first impressions are just, you know, I'm going with it. Not a whole lot to go off of right now. It's kind of pretty boring right now, but you know, who knows? Maybe this can actually turn out to have a really good story after all. Alright, so let me just find out how to save here. There we go. Boom, save. So yeah, I'm actually kind of excited to see how this is going to turn out. never played this kind of game before. Dating sim, just, oof, you know, way over my kind of game I usually play. I'm usually, you know, RPGs, shooters, freaking, you know, point-and-click adventures. Now that Walking Dead has became a freaking awesome-ass game. But, I mean, I'm seeing how this is going to work out. I said, huge fan of storyline, and, you know, worst that can happen is I'm going to leave with a really sexually confused psyche if it turns out to be just, you know, having sex with this computer after all. Anyway, I'm signing out, and I'll be back next time to do some more gameplay and, you know, see how the game turns out. Bye.